we go. Hi, good morning, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 689, and we are live in Southwest Florida. I'm Kristin Omdahl, and we're in my beautiful tropical backyard. We're going to talk about color today, and I'm super excited. I couldn't find my felt letterboard, but I found an alternative. So we're going to have some fun. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Hi, Joe and Patricia and Judy. Good morning. Hi, Julia. Hi, Christine and Jane. Good morning, Grace. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, this is one of the t-shirts from my Redbubble shop. You can find the link to my Redbubble shop in the video description below. Hi, Pamela and Chantel. I love this one because it's already off the shoulder. I didn't actually have to cut the neckband out. Hi, Sharon. You know, us 80 girls like a little flash dance in our lives. Hi, Sharon and Sanshell and Thea. Good morning. Hi, Julia. Hi, Melanie. So I blow dried my hair this morning and I added a new product that's for anti-frizz called Wow, and I've popped it in my Amazon shop. It came with so many amazing reviews that I wanted to give it a try. So we'll see how it goes out here in the intense humidity. We'll see if my hair stays smooth or not, because that will be the test, I'm sure. Thank you, Judy. Judy just posted a link to this t-shirt, wishing you the best day of your life. I have to tell you, I either wear this t-shirt out when I do errands sometimes, or I wear my face mask also from my Redbubble shop that says, wishing you the best day of your life. And I have to tell you, it is such a wonderful way to get strangers to smile. And I get a lot of reactions from wearing this t-shirt, and I don't know, it's just kind of fun, especially since we really can't smile at people anymore wearing masks around. It's really fun to still have some sort of a smile type of a message to give people. So I feel like wearing this t-shirt is like smiling at strangers, if that makes sense. Thank you, Judy. Judy just posted a link to the Wow hair product that I popped in my Amazon shop. As you can see, my hair is really smooth all the way to the ends today. Which is not normal for out here in the intense humidity. And it's extremely, extremely muggy here this morning. But I'll show you the other side too. So I blow dried it with that round brush blow dryer that's also in my Amazon shop. But I put that product in first, and I think this is the smoothest my hair has looked out here in a long time, considering it's probably 80% humidity. Judy gets comments when she wears this shirt too. I'm so happy to hear that. That's wonderful. I'm also wearing sports bras from my Amazon shop, and I'm wearing the leggings that have pockets in them. They're a high-waisted legging and full-length legging. Sometimes I prefer the full-length leggings to the capri ones, and I wanted to show you the pockets on these. They're not as deep as the pocket on the shorts. Remember I showed you how deep that pocket was? I mean, it's sufficient for putting your phone in. Like you can see, it goes up to here. Your phone will fit in here, but if you're gonna do crazy exercises on the floor like I do sometimes, your phone could pop out. So just a word to the wise, as long as you're just walking around and sitting and stuff, your phone is safe in there. But if you do any crazy exercises, you ought to take your phone out of your pocket first, that's all. So I just wanted to show you that difference. Oh, and they're high-waisted too, which I really like because it keeps your belly tucked in. And it's a four-way stretch, so they're not sheer. They're actually very sucking in, which that's what I really like in a legging. Not everybody does, but it's what I like in a legging. I like to feel pulled in. That makes sense. Oh, Grace, you have the blow dryer from my Amazon shop. That's great. It's nice and easy. Hi, Renee. Good morning. Hi, happened there, but I was getting a call and I couldn't decline the call. That was really weird. Anyway, looks like we got past that. Oh, also, I'm still drinking. Hi, Pat. Good morning. I'm still drinking that ginger and mint and lemon water that I was talking about yesterday, and someone asked for a recipe, so I just wanted to give you a real quick idea of what I used. So I use about a quarter of a lemon. I use a lot of lemon. You could use less if you want. And I use like 2 medallions of ginger. So I'll take a 1/4 inch slice, and it'll be like the size of a quarter, but about a 1/4 inch thick and about the size of a quarter. And I'll cut 2 of those and then cut both of them into quarters so there's more surface area on it. And I'm supposed if you smash them you'd have more ginger flavor too, but I just cut them and I put those in there, and I don't peel it first. I make it nice and easy. And then what else do I do? And then on top of that I add 1 sprig of mint. So I add 1 sprig, which has like, I don't know, 5 or 6 leaves on it, and I smush them a little bit because that releases the oils and the flavor, and then I toss that in there. So inside the water I have a 1/4 lemon, 2 small slices of ginger chopped up, and 1 sprig of mint, and that will give you enough flavor to fill this twice. You don't have to redo the flavors to get 2 full cups out of it. So that I really enjoy. Mint is easy to grow. Yes, it is. And now that summer's over, I feel like my plants are going to survive better here for a while. So I'm definitely in the market to get another mint plant. Maybe if I get over to a garden center this weekend, I'll do that. My gardenia does not have its flowers yet, but everything else is doing really well here. And as you can see, I brought out color this morning, so we have some new patterns. The Shadow Bloom shawl and the Apollonia wrap, both using, oh, let's see, this one uses 5 colors of Be So Baby yarn. This one uses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors of Be So Baby yarn. So I thought if you would like this morning, and I couldn't find that letter board, but you know what we can use? We can use a blocking mat with some pins. That's how I can poke colors together. So, excuse me, so I think that might be a great way to discuss colors. So I'm just going to take requests. I like being challenged that way. So if somebody wants to request a color to start with or a color family to start with, and how many colors you'd like to see me put together, let's do it. Hi Trina. Wendy's getting a yarn order today. Good for you. Joe got her yarn yesterday a day early. That's awesome too. Lisa suggesting watermelon. How many colors would you like to see mixed with watermelon, Lisa? Look at this. I'm just going to pin this right on, as long as I don't stab myself from behind. So we'll start with watermelon. She says to pick 5 colors. Okay, so first I'm going to put my pins on here. Set this down real quick. All right, I think watermelon could use a couple of combos, but we've got to start somewhere. So we're going to start with, let me see. Well, personally, remember we did that cowl recently with bubble gum, so I'd really like to start with these 2 and see where we can go. I think, oh yeah, I'm going to add some jade, and let's see how orchid looks in there. And either Mykonos or indigo. Ooh, how fun does that look? I like these together. In fact, you know what, let's pop out orchid and try, I think I want to do violet instead. Yes, I think I like that better. So this is watermelon, bubblegum, Mykonos blue, jade green, and violet. So that would be definitely a high contrast combination. So I'm going to do one more combination here, and then we'll move on to another request. But I think that looks super fun. Whoops. Put that back over there. Okay, so now we'll come back to watermelon again, and I think it might be fun to, I want to see what it looks like with Diva real quick. Yeah, I kind of like this too. I definitely like watermelon, Diva, and which, did I do that right? Watermelon, Diva, and bubblegum. But I would like to see how that looks with some of the neutrals. Kind of like a stained glass effect here. I think that would be really, oh, and you know what, maybe even white instead of the charcoal. Let's try white with all of that. Snowflake. Feels like a harlequin kind of a inspiration here. We've got watermelon, Diva, bubblegum, snowflake, and black. That looks really cool together too. So let's do one more with watermelon. So I feel like you could really do a lot of things here with watermelon. I'd kind of like to see how salmon does with it too, going in a different direction. Oh, and we should probably do a watermelon also, or do a rainbow with it as well. But let's see how it looks with salmon. Or maybe peach. Oh, I think I like peach better. Oh, that's really pretty together too. And maybe we go with yellow. No, maybe we do, instead of sunshine, we'll go to buttercup. That's really pretty together too. Let's see if we can do a rainbow with this. I'm actually going to pop out this one and go a little more traditional with tangerine. And if I do that, then I can probably pop out buttercup for sunshine. So like rainbow can be done a lot of different ways with this color palette. You could go with to start with your reds, you can do anything from cherry. Is that even on, is the board even on here? Okay, so, nice try. Okay, so you could start anywhere with from cherry to tropical punch to watermelon to Diva. Any of them would be a great start for rainbow, but let me put a sixth color up here so I can show you that watermelon definitely works for a rainbow. So for this particular rainbow palette, we did watermelon, tangerine, sunshine yellow, emerald green, cobalt blue. Let's see, get this up a little higher. And sugar plum. But if you could choose to do this in pastels too. Do you want me to continue on with rainbow? Because I could show you several different versions of a rainbow here. In fact, we'll keep this one on the board so I can show you a pastel version as well. Yeah, let's see if I can get them to stand, all sit together here. I'd like to get it all in one row so you can visualize it better. So bear with me a second. Okay. So I would consider this a pretty primary rainbow, right? But let's try this with pastels instead. So I almost think, I can't decide if it's going to be bubblegum or princess for the red, but let's just, we'll start here and I can always change my mind. We could always start with a red also. We'll see where this goes. I'll get 6 pins. My hair's driving me nuts. My bangs are not cooperating. And, you know, just keep in mind, there's different shades for each of these. So whether you go with any of the pinks or reds for the red, peach or orange for the orange, any of the yellows in here. So many different greens that could go in here, from spring green to grass green to emerald green to clover, then many shades of blue or blue violet for the blue representation, and several shades of purple too. So there are many ways to do this. And what about going with dark? So whether you did cherry or burgundy to start, and using eggplant for the purple, and navy. I mean, we'll do a dark, let's do a dark one too. So we're going to do pastel first. So I'm going to go from bubblegum to peach. You can already see a different vibe started, right? Probably could have even started with blush pink, or princess, I'm sorry. You could, let's see if we popped out princess here. Well, let's do princess. It definitely gives a more pastel vibe. Something's dripping on me. I'll live. I don't melt. Okay, so that's the yellow. So for green, we could do a mint or a spring. I think we're gonna try to stick with pastels here. So there's the mint. Then for blue, you could either do turquoise, aquamarine, robin egg blue, or splash, but we'll go with robin egg. Wow, this is looking amazing. And then for purple, I think I'll do lilac. And there we have a pastel rainbow. Wow, right? I mean, we've done 2 rainbows already, and guess what? We can do a 3rd one. I love rainbows so much, and this was so important to me to be able to represent rainbows in the palette. And whether you're making, you know, a rainbow motif to put on a bag or applique on anything, or you're using rainbow as the inspiration for stripes, there's so many wonderful ways to use a rainbow palette. Let's try something different here. I'm going to go with all of the darks this time and see if we can come up with a fall vibe for this. So well, let's skip orange for a second and go. We might need to borrow an orange. Or we might not need it. Well, let's see where we're going here. So we've got yellow, then for green, I think I want to use forest. I might use grass or olive as well, but I'm going to start with forest here. And then for blue, definitely navy. And then for purple, definitely eggplant. You know, I almost feel like marigold could go here, and maybe Dijon could go here, or I think we might take out marigold altogether, and maybe we do a Dijon, and let's see how, I don't think this is going to work in there. I kind of like it the way it is though, and maybe even move this one over and add, hold on, I've got another idea. Add chartreuse in there. It's not quite a full rainbow, but it's kind of, and it's really pretty too. So whether you went with marigold in there or Dijon, I think that that's a really pretty dark rainbow. What do you guys think? So we've got burgundy, Dijon or marigold, then chartreuse, forest green, navy, and eggplant. Another color that might look really pretty in here is olive instead of forest green. But you can still switch the first and last colors. I'm not sure what you mean. Like you want to see cherry there instead of burgundy? What do you mean? I'll wait and see what Grace was talking about. Ah, okay, she wants to see it with cherry instead. Okay, if we put cherry in there, we can definitely go back to marigold. Or we could leave, let's see what Dijon. So I think with cherry there instead, I prefer marigold to the Dijon. And then maybe take this one out. Let's see how this one looks down there. I don't think, let's take that one out. We could try grass green in there as well, or we could try, let's try clover. Because once you go back to red, or the cherry, we're getting a little more primary red, so then it makes sense to go with the primary green. And we could even pop out, well, navy should stay in there. Let's see if we do, we could even pop out that, so we could borrow the yellow from up here, and we're going to get a real traditional primary rainbow now. So that one would have been brights, pastels, and this one's definitely a little more primary. And I think you could pull out the navy at that point with indigo, because indigo is actually more classic for a rainbow. There we go. Yeah, and there's your classic rainbow then. So now we've got, and you could even go with a sugar plum instead of the eggplant, so that would be another option, but this is cherry, tangerine, sunshine yellow, clover, indigo, and eggplant. So we had to borrow a couple colors from the different sections, but you can definitely see that, and we didn't even use all the different options. So there are so many options in the indigo family here. There's so many options in the purple family, so many options in the red family. So you could really have a lot of fun exploring rainbows in here. So I'm going to put all these back and then take another request, see if there's something else that we can, another theme we can go with. Wow, this is a little slower than I thought it was going to be. I promise I'm trying to go fast. Okay. Almost there. How pretty would a baby blanket be in this pastel rainbow? Wow. That would be so cute to do a baby outfit with all that. And if you want to do, if you're going to do rainbow for baby, then that definitely works if you don't know what the sex is going to be too. I mean, I remember back in the day we made things in yellow when we didn't know what the baby was going to be, but nowadays I think it would be super fun to do rainbow for sure. A blue ombre or a gradient starting with white. Sure, that's a fun idea. So let's see, I'm not sure how many colors that will take, but we can start with white for, let me think. I think I want to start with robin egg blue. And then, so we could do this a couple of ways. If you wanted to stick more blue-green, you would go in this direction, or we could go in the blue direction here too. So I'll do both, and then pop that white in at the end for both. Hello, do I have company behind me? Hi there, sweetheart. Look who came to say hi. It's baby Bjorn. What do you think of a blue gradient? You like that too? Okay, so then to do blue gradient in another way, we could start with, well, we'd still start with the snowflake, but then We could do Prince, and then periwinkle, and then Mykonos, indigo. So, and then you could even go darker, then you could go with cobalt or navy from there. Let's do navy. Okay, so for these, the request was to do a gradient for blues starting with white. Dang it, I keep getting me stuck. It's not the right kind of pin for what I'm doing. So, if you started with white for the bottom down here, it's snowflake, Prince, periwinkle, Mykonos blue, indigo, and navy. So that would be really pretty and nice and subtle. And then if you wanted to do more of the blue-green family, it would be snowflake, robin egg blue, aquamarine, splash, and peacock teal. I hope that answered that question. So I'll put these back and I'll take one more request. Because I know this is kind of taking a lot of time, and I'm sorry if it's not fun watching me put these back, but I have to put them back in order to pull them back down again. So maybe I'll find my other board too. I just had it too. I don't know what I did with it. You know when you see something, you're like, oh good, now I know where it is. I won't forget. And then you forget. I do that all the time. Like I've been, you know how I talked to you about how the fact that, you know, when I'm in like serious design mode, my life turns into like a little bit of a tornado, and then I have to reel it all back in and get reorganized. Well, I've been really working hard at reorganizing lately, and you know, one of the pitfalls of reorganizing is not remembering the new place where everything goes. So somehow I did not remember where I put that. Anyway, I'll take one more request for putting together some colors on my little makeshift board this morning. I'll wait for one more request, or maybe we're out of time. I'll wait and see if I get a quick request. How about a brown? Yeah, I mean, first of all, just doing the gradient in the browns would be amazing. So just to even pull these so you can see them truly side by side is just exquisite. And that's one of the reasons why I went with so many shades in neutral, because I do think that doing any type of a neutral gradient would be so elegant, especially for home deck. But here you can see all the warmth. Since someone picked chocolate, I wanted to show you just how beautiful they look side by side. That's chocolate, gold, stone, sandcastle, ecru, and snowflake. And picking a dark jewel tone for a pop of color in here would be absolutely gorgeous. So my first thought was, I'm going to put the colors for pop of color up here so you can get some ideas. I think peacock teal would look phenomenal within all of that. I think that eggplant would also, if I can get it down. Jeez Louise, what in the heck is going on here this morning? Every single one of these is getting caught. I don't remember this happening before. And we'll pick chartreuse maybe, and burgundy, and even navy. Can you imagine anyone? Here's another fall palette right there anyway. So that's peacock teal eggplant, chartreuse, burgundy, and navy. And imagine putting any one of those in that neutral palette. And that also goes for if you wanted to combine all of these with one neutral. One of the inspirations for me in putting together the colors for this project, the Apollonia wrap, was the fact that I was making what, in my mind, a bright, vibrant Moroccan tile design. And then I thought, well, in tile work, what do they use for putting the tiles together, right? That grout is always most of the time a neutral color. So I thought picking a grout color for putting the tiles together would be a very nice neutral balance for, balancing out all of the color. So you could, if you went with a palette like that, or any of the palettes we've talked about, picking a neutral for your joining color actually ties it all together. How much yarn for each ruffle on the shell? It's all listed in the pattern, Christine. It's 1 ball each for all of the colors. Even the largest one all came to 1 ball. But it's all listed on the pattern. All the information you need is in the pattern. Did I name all the colors on the top row too? You're welcome. Well, I hope I was able to give you some inspiration for different colors today. We went over quite a few different things, from rainbow to neutrals to gradients, and we only did one actual gradient with the blues, but as you can see from the way the colors are organized on the board, you could do a gradient or ombre design in any of these color families, not in just the blues or the neutrals that I showed today. And if you watch that video that I made about the 60 colors, you can see that all the colors are organized in the color families like I did on the board. And there's also a blog post on my website where I go over everything that's in the video in a little more detailed form. And so you can see on there also how well the colors go together within those families. Now, having said that, there's so many ways to mix and match in contrast colors too. So I mean, there's just a million choices here, and all we need to do is just pick something, and then you have all those choices around that. So much fun, right? I never get tired of talking about color, and I know that it really helps other people because sometimes it can be overwhelming, and I'm so happy to help. Just a quick update. We've been out here 30 minutes. Has my hair ever stayed this smooth on the bottom? I don't think so. I think that's a success story right there. My hair has always turned to frizz within the 30 minutes we're out here, and it is very steamy today. So I'm very excited to say that that wow product definitely is a wow product in my book. I'm excited. Yay! No more humidity frizz. That's exciting to me. Anyway, if you, this is the anti-frizz product that actually works. I've tried many, and this is the one that actually works. So if you're interested in that, it's in my Amazon shop, and Judy shared a live link today as well. Look at baby Bjorn. He's still down there. What a cutie. All right, well, I hope this was fun. If you have any other questions, please leave them for me in the comments. If you like the podcast, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, that red button over in the bottom of your screen, you can subscribe and join our amazing community that we've created here. If you want to be notified every time I go live, you can click that bell button right next to the subscribe button again. We'll do this type of a podcast again because honestly, we didn't even touch on that many colors. And if I get better pins for my board, maybe we can move a little faster too. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Hope you enjoyed chatting with me and everyone else here. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I will see you Monday morning, same time, same place. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.